Hey there everyone, today's video is slightly different because of the rugby being on ITV1. There's no British Got Talent on TV, so therefore I can't do a review of the latest episode 4, until it airs next Saturday. So for a change, for this has to be a filler until next week, until next Saturday, it'll be today I'll be talking about the current run of Gladiators. That's currently airing on BBC One every Saturday. So if you've never heard of Gladiators, then where the hell have you been? The premise is that two male contenders take on the male gladiators and say goes for, and then it's two female contenders. Taking on the female gladiators in a series of brutal and grueling events in the older days in the 1960s. Yeah, that's right, 1960s, it's been going on. 1960s, that's Doctor Who. Since 1990, it's been going on for, but I had a break after the Sky run. But in the original run, there was 6 events before the Eliminator. But for revival, they shortened the round count of events from 6 to 5. So I'll be talking about the modern day version, because that's what I've been watching lots of. So modern day version, we have the wall, which is like climbing up a wall where we chased by gladiators. There's hang top, which is where contender has to swing from ring to ring trying to get to a gladiator's platform. There's duel, where both contender and gladiator have pugil sticks, which are big stick things so you can't even see because my hand's not in the frame, and they have to knock off the gladiator. Then there's Powerball, where they have to go from one end of a square field thing, and dunk balls into baskets, which are worth different points. Inside pod things are worth 2 points. Outside ones are worth 2 points, and the singular inside one is worth 3 points. And that's where both contenders take on the gladiators. And there's a load of others, and then in Series 2, they brought back Atmospheres, which are the hazard ball things, but they have to roll over different pods to get different points. In the older days, when there wasn't so much, computer graphics, every time a contender's atmosphere would go over one of the pods, it would ignite a plume of CO2, which is carbon dioxide, to signify that they scored a point. But then, off got mentioned collision, which is where it's 4 gladiators versus 1 contender who has to go from one end of the bridge to the other, carrying a ball, then throw it into a hoop, and every time they manage to get a crossing up, throw the ball into the hoop is worth 2 points. And there's loads of others. So that way you know the premise of this show. I'm going to give you what I like and what I dislike about it. What I like is how some of the names of this cast of gladiators, the revival gladiators, are somewhat similar to the original run, because in the original they had Flame, and in our version, in the modern day version, we've got Fire. See how they're similar? Then we've got quite a few others, and what I like about this series is the fact that more gladiators are getting injured, because last year's series 2, last year's series in the 2025 series, saw Giant and Nitro injured. Now this series shows Bionic and Legend injured, along with, I think it was Diamond get injured. So I like how this revivals of the shows more brutal events and more gladiators getting injured. One thing, the event that I want them to be back next series, because they're still going with this series, is the pyramid one. That saw loads more brutal injuries. Because if you go to Google or to YouTube and type in Gladiators Pyramid event, you will see how dangerous it is. With one gladiator almost breaking their neck while falling from the top of the pyramid, doing a rugby tackle figure, literally going from ledge to ledge to ledge to ledge to mat. Getting more and more injured. So that's what I love about, that's what I want to see more forward. Because they've already brought back quite a few old events, like there's also a suspension bridge that they brought back this year, which is with hammerheads. Bigger version of the pugill sticks, where there's no swinging gladiators, it's just another version of duel, basically, where they can actually get quite close and have to get from their end of the bridge and get to the gladiator's end, while not being knocked off by the gladiator's hammerhead. So now we'll continue giving you. Now it's time to give you what I don't like. What I don't like is how short the events feel. Because I feel like they should be extended to 2-minute events, not just 60 seconds. But what I love is that Mark Clattenburg is strict and is Mr. Rules. So what he says goes. So if a gladiator gets disqualified, he makes sure that they know that they're disqualified. And if a contender gets disqualified, same thing. Then the show ends with there being no more gladiators, just contender v contender in the Eliminator. Which starts off with going over and under some cylinder type hurdle things. Then it's the rope climb to the overhead bars, like monkey bars. Then it's trapeze swing to cargo net. Then it's down a zip line. Then it's the balance bridge. Then it's the balance beam to the infamous travelator, which is a conveyor belt but going the wrong way. So like, imagine running up a escalator in like Asda Ashington the wrong way. So if you try to run up the downward escalator, that's what's like. Then it's rope swing through paper mesh, and then their time stops, but the time for the other contender continues until they get through the paper mesh. So what I love is how close their eliminators can be. Can be sometimes with the person with the head start, because every point at the end converts to a head start. Converts to a 0.5 head start. So if they have like 10 points, it converts to like a more than their opponent. That converts to a 5-second head start. What I would change from the next series is instead of a 0.5 head start, it's a 1-second head start. That way, it's fairer type thing, because 0.5 just doesn't seem right with me for some reason, because the head starts don't seem that long. What I want is full second head start, so if we've got like 15 points advantage, 15 points more than their opponent, then it equates to 15 seconds head start. So that's what I like and dislike about Gladiators, and what Gladiators is. Basically the most brutal show on the planet. So if you like this one-off thing, leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you're new, so you can get notified when I do Britain's Got Talent stuff again as of next week. That's when it returns, so please like and subscribe, and leave comments down below for what you want me to see, what you want to see me do when I get to 200 subscribers, because when I get to 200 subscribers, I'll be pulling a comment out of a bowl and showing me doing that on camera, and then doing whatever it says. So leave comments down below for what you want to see me do for when I reach that target of 200 by the end of the year. Bye.